Steve, thanks. Now to video you will only see here on Channel 9. This is a massive operation to catch people wanted for violent crimes. U.S. deputy marshals teaming up with officers in Gaston and in York County. And they spent a full week. They were tracking down dangerous offenders who were on the run from all across the Carolinas. And Channel 9 had exclusive access as officers chased leads. They knocked on doors, often with guns drawn. I want to show you the result here. 91 people arrested and charged, and it's the first of its kind operation for these fugitive finders.
Our Genevieve Curtis had full access to this operation, saw many of these arrests firsthand. She's joining us live tonight from Gastonia. And Genevieve, earlier today, those agencies all came together to share a little bit more about the impact of these arrests on the community.
Yeah, Erica and John, we know that violent crime is on the rise, and so this operation targeted violent offenders and repeat offenders. The U.S. Marshal's Office calling these the worst of the worst. Some of the people they arrested were wanted for murders, kidnapping, child sex assault, and other serious crimes. The operation ended with the arrest of 91 people who had a total of 173 warrants out on them. That means that many of those people were wanted for multiple crimes. Now, the U.S. Attorney's Office says this operation was so successful because local law enforcement officers know these repeat offenders and they know the hotspots in their own communities for crime. And while those federal agencies can then provide additional resources to be successful together. I spoke with York County Sheriff Kevin Tolson and the U.S. Attorney Dina King about the impact and the challenges of this operation.
There are victims in the community that finally get a little bit of sense of peace knowing that someone's been charged and arrested for an offense for which they were victimized.
It was a challenge to do this, but you know, it was hard to afford to do it, but the price of not doing it could have been even more expensive. So we mustered up the manpower to be able to go in 100%, and 17 arrests in York County, 91 in the two states. It makes a difference. Our communities are safer right now because some of these individuals are not on the streets.
And the task force also arrested 16 people they say are known gang members during this operation. And they also found 8 stolen firearms that they took off of the streets. Of course, hearing about the results of an operation like this is one thing, but seeing it all go down is entirely another. And photojournalist Brian Ruderman and I had an opportunity to be there for every single day of this operation. So now I'd like you to take a look at what goes into finding a fugitive.
This is the United States Marshals Service with a warrant. Come to the front door with your hands up. We are not going away. Do it now.
For 91 fugitives on the run, it was a moment like this.
Keep your hands up.
When that run came to an end. Surrounded by U.S. deputy marshals and a task force of local officers, there's nowhere to hide.
Front door open, someone's standing there.
For 7 days, Channel 9 got full and incredibly rare access to this operation, spanning Gaston and York counties. Operation Washout was the task force's first joint operation. Deputy Commander Brian Alfano leads the Carolinas Regional Fugitive Task Force. It was created by Congress in 2018 with one purpose: catching violent offenders in the Carolinas. People wanted for murder, drug trafficking, and sex crimes.
These aren't just one-offs. These are people that have multiple warrants for, multiple violations or crimes of violence. The problem is they're not going to stop.
For a solid week, 5 specialized teams made up of deputy marshals, local law enforcement, SBI, DEA, ATF, and state troopers chased down leads and watched their targets.
Pretty decent level trafficker of methamphetamine.
In Gaston County, this team was looking for Floyd Wright, wanted for trafficking meth and having a stolen gun.
He's always armed. He's been armed during all of our deals that we've done.
They say Wright has threatened to kill any law enforcement trying to arrest him.
He would always brag about the police come, I'm going to shoot him.
The information shared here is based on intel and local officers' knowledge of the suspect and property. When the team decided the moment was right, they moved in, quickly surrounding the property. In under 10 minutes, Floyd Wright was in custody. With a search warrant, the team found a sawed-off shotgun and another gun.
All right, it's stolen.
Both could result in federal charges. Another search in Gadsden County led this team slowly and methodically through the woods to a tent. Their target here, a child sex offender. With violent crime on the rise, the Marshals' mission is getting dangerous criminals before they strike again.
We all live here. It's a big reason why a lot of the members of this task force take violent crime and the surge of violent crime so personal, because like I said, we live here too, right? We're raising our families here as well.
Keep your hands up.
They took 91 suspects off the streets during this operation. There are more to be found. But Alfano says it's just a matter of time.
We don't stop. That's our job. That's our mandate. Doesn't matter where you go, where you hide, where you think you can hide. We're going to find you, and you will go to jail.
We really did have incredible access to see what goes into tracking and finding these wanted criminals to make our communities safer. We're going to have much more for you in the days and weeks to come. Erica.
Oh, no doubt this will make our communities safer, Genevieve. Now, this was focused on York and Gaston counties, but will we see operations like this in other areas soon, too?
Well, the Carolinas Fugitive Task Force has marshals every single day out there looking for those most wanted violent offenders here in the Carolinas. Every day they are finding people who do not want to be found in our communities. This, of course, was their first operation with local agencies. They said that there will be more just like this because of the success of this operation. Erica.
Some powerful work by those crews and powerful reporting. Genevieve, thank you. One thing that makes this team so effective is its ability to cross county and state lines. They can track suspects no matter where they might be. Now, Genevieve is going to show us how that works and why it makes such a difference. That part of the story coming up on WSOC.